Okay, so before I met nuns, I was convinced that they were all old, extinct creatures that didn't do anything fun ever and they just prayed all day long. And then I met nuns and the Lord just totally destroyed those ideas in my brain, okay? So I just wanted to share some stories from the convent of how nuns are not old, extinct creatures, but they are actually very exciting and have a lot of fun. When I was in Washington, D.C., it was during COVID, and basically the whole world was shut down, as you know, and we couldn't go anywhere in DC legally as a group of 40 unrelated people. It was illegal, and yeah, so we wanted to celebrate Easter, and we celebrate Easter for 8 days, and usually we go out and do something fun, right? However, that was not an option that year, so these sisters had to come up with something fun to do within our house, and they decided to start us out with a movie, and we don't know what's about to happen, okay? Because we surprise each other with our ideas because we like break up into 8 little groups and prepare a day. So this group, we start with a movie, and we're watching this movie, and the sisters in charge of that day disappear while we're watching the movie. Nobody notices because we're watching this movie, right? And they go and they booby trap the house, and when the movie ends, they come out and they're like, by the way, Sister Daughter of Anne is missing, so we have to go and find her. There's clues throughout the house, like, good luck, right? So there's a room filled with strings, like from thing to thing, and that is a laser room, and we have to get through the laser room without touching any of the strings, okay? So that was one of the rooms. One of the things was that they put mattresses on the staircase, and then you slid down in sleeping bags down the mattresses. And that was fantastic. It was really fun. Highly recommend, but I think we broke some mattresses, so maybe not the best idea. I think it was banned after that. Then eventually we found Sister Daughter of Anne, and she was tied up in the elevator. She wasn't really tied up. She was just sitting in a chair in the elevator waiting for us to find her. Okay, so that was one of the things that we did in the convent, and it was fantastic. Same time, a little bit, I don't know if it was before or after, but it's Easter. No, we just had Easter. I don't know. There's COVID. COVID is around. That's what I meant to say, okay? And we all catch COVID. Every single one of us has COVID. All 40 of us, the same hour, like, we're sick, okay? So, we were about to renew our vows, and people were gonna fly in from all over the country to watch us renew our vows. Like, we had to call everyone and say, hey, sorry, you're uninvited, we're all sick. Like, sorry, you can't come, right? And so we uninvited everyone, had like a private vow ceremony, and then we had some objects in our house. We had a sound system and we had a light system, like professional sound system, professional light system. We had this because we were preparing for a play, which I will get to in a second. Okay, so we have these sound systems and this light system, and basically we block all the windows and we have a dance party, and it was fantastic. It was really fun. We were all sick, so like it was a really funny dance party because like we'd dance a little bit and then we'd like not feel well, so we would sit down for a while. But it was a lot of fun. We ate a lot of food, you know, cooked by all sick people, and it was great. And then so that was one of the days. It was a lot of fun. Then, like I mentioned, we had the sound system and the light system because we were preparing a play. We had been preparing for months, okay? So we all get better, and we perform a 3-hour play on Joan of Arc, written by Saint Therese of Lisieux and translated from French, right? So mind you, this play is memorized. We took months to memorize it. We made costumes, like really good costumes, and then we also made a set, and we begged for wood from local places to prepare this set. And then we performed this play for sisters. It was a sisters only event. Only sisters were invited. And I believe this was the play. It was kind of funny. There were like one of the main characters, one of the main actors, sisters, like stepped off stage in the middle of the play because she like had a moment off the stage, and she booked it to the bathroom because it was like her only time. She forgot to turn off her microphone, and like all of a sudden you hear a live flush in the middle of the play. It was kind of funny, but like everybody thought that someone just hit the wrong sound on the soundboard. Anyway, it was really funny. But like that's how serious we get. Like we had microphones, we had a sound system that had buttons that you could push, and if you push the wrong one, you're hearing a toilet in the middle of the play. So anyway, yeah, we performed this play. It was big, and just like while we're preparing for this play, like you see sisters like mopping in the house, and like all of a sudden they're like the voices, because Saint Joan of Arc heard voices, which was the saints talking to her, which is why she was able to like save France. Anyway, like it just like crazy things that we would do. Nuns do not do anything small because they love the Lord and they want to go all in for the Lord, and they will do all things big for Christ because they love him. And they're also like a lot of big personalities. So like, I mean, there's also the nun who is quiet and gentle, but like then there's also like the explosive fun sisters, right? And both have their place in the convent for sure. And it's just really beautiful to see. Even like sometimes the quiet sisters would like surprise you with like, you know, because they have so much love for the Lord that it like would explode outwards sometimes, and it would just surprise you. And just want to note that contemplative sisters are definitely not boring either. While I was in the convent, I was discerning becoming a contemplative nun, and so I visited the contemplative sisters for about 12 days, and they are crazy too. They're even more crazy. They're silent for like 23 hours of every day because they're conversing with the Lord in their heart, and that's all they want to do. Like they want to be present and be able to hear him at every moment of every day. And then they like, when they talk for that 1 hour of the day, they are insane, and it's beautiful, and I love it. Insane in a good way. Like they're just super excited, like full of energy, full of joy, and then it's like a bell rings, and like mid-sentence they stop and they're quiet because they're like ready to listen to the Lord again. It's really, really beautiful. So if you're thinking about religious life, know that it's not boring, and you will have fun. You will have lots and lots of fun.